With one more episode in the year, let's predict Journeys Season 3. Yo, what's up everyone? Treyman1 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Journeys anime discussion video. Guys, we got some information about what to expect from Pokemon Journeys next year from an interview. I also want to take this video to not only talk about this stuff that we know that's going to happen, but also my predictions of what we can expect from Season 3 of Pokemon Journeys. First, let's start off with the news that we got from the interview. Thank you, Pokerap, for providing this tweet. So, they plan on introducing Pokemon and trainers from the Galar region, which that's a big yes. Team Rocket Focus. And the Team Rocket Focus says that they'll be looking back at their past, so I don't really know what's up with that. I think it has to relate to the upcoming Team Rocket episode, the Farewell Team Rocket. We're going to see Leon's personality, which that's a big yes, because Leon has been in the series, but he's only been mainly focused on battling. We got a nice little moment in the Chairman Rose stuff, but we haven't really got to see too much of him. Ash's companions returning, and Ash's rivals returning. Now, those two are pretty big ones. To start off with the companions, I see the first two companions that we will see in year 3 are Lily and Gladion, because we know we still have to take care of this Mon situation. They're looking for him. They may be in Galar because they were taking the train. I can see, yes, we've seen them return already, but that was just through like a flashback. So I could actually see Ash and go meeting up with Lily and Gladion to help figure out this Mon situation. That would be pretty interesting. Plus, you know, Project Music thing. They may see Ultra Beast because Go's goal is to catch them all. And I feel like Ultra Beast is a part of that. So that's something interesting right there. Next up, I feel like Dawn is going to return. Obviously, she's going to return. She's literally coming back in the Journeys Legends Arceus special. But I feel like she's going to come back more than that to really promote Pokemon Legends Arceus. After that, we know Gary has to come back for Project Mew. The Alola gang, they said they'll come back. I believe they will. Maybe for another Alola episode. I feel like that could be an Ultra Guardian episode where Project Mew gets involved, where Go has to catch the Ultra Beast. That would be so amazing if we get to see Go become an Ultra Guardian for an episode and help them out. Then there's Iris. Now, Iris really doesn't have a reason to come back. She lost already, which I didn't really like how they handled her battle with Ash, but I could see her coming back to support Ash in like the finals, maybe watching from the stands. So that's already the companions that we've already seen return. Let's go and talk about who I think is coming next. At this rate, it feels like every one of Ash's companions is returning. So for starters, I actually do see the X and Y companions starting to return at the beginning of next year. We might get to see Clement and Bonnie first. That would be pretty cool to see them interact with Go. Serena is going to be really interesting because they've been doing hit set contests with Dawn. So I could see Serena and Dawn possibly participating in contests together. I know a lot of people want to see the shipping side of things. I don't really know how they're going to handle that. They may reference like a flashback to when they kissed and stuff like that, but I don't really think they're going to focus too hard on the shipping. Then we have characters like Silent. Silent, I'm not too really big of a fan for Silent, so I don't really know what he could come back for, but I feel like he will come back as well. May, on the other hand, though, May's voice actress is kind of going through stuff with her voice, so we may not actually get to see May return and speak, but I could see her possibly returning. We could see her and Dawn just going through a contest. She doesn't get any speaking roles, and then she leaves, or even with Serena. And Misty and Brock. I feel like Misty and Brock are going to be the last two, because, you know, they came back already in Sun and Moon. They're the first two companions, and if this is like the big finale series for Ash, then that would be really cool if they're the last two companions to return. I would love to see Ash and Brock have a rematch, because Ash and Misty had their rematch last series. Now that Ash has Mega Lucario, we know Brock has Mega Steelix. That would be a cool fight to see. Now, as for the rival side of things, this is going to be interesting because we only got a couple more Hyperclass battles, and then the Masters 8, because Ash is literally in the 30s. I assume that he's going to have maybe 3 more Hyperclass battles, if anything. And for the Masters 8, we already know 5 out of them. The 4 confirmed ones, and obviously Ash is going to be in there as well. So there's really only room for 3 more, and I don't think that the Masters 8 will have some Ash's rivals, because it seems like it's going to be a Masters 8 tournament where Ash is only going to be able to fight 3 of these trainers, top 8, top 4 in finals. And if that's the case, then they already really showing off who he's going to fight. Cynthia, Rayhan, and Leon. Like, unless they change it up and say he gets to fight everyone, which I don't see that being the case, because that's a lot of battles and a lot of 6v6s, and that's going to be a lot of episodes for them to, you know, try and give it their all for each battle. So I don't really see that happening. Oh, rivals-wise, we already got Gary confirmed, and it seems like Journeys likes to focus on game characters, so we may see characters like Tierno actually come back, which would be pretty cool. But I actually think we will see some anime-exclusive characters, like Paul, for example. Paul was referenced the Cinema League finals with Infernape, so I feel like Paul could actually come back and have a battle with Ash. I made a theory earlier where if Paul does come back, I would love to see Paul challenge Ash for his title defense and not for the Pokemon World Championship, because Ash and Paul, the same regions Ash went through, Paul went through, and I assume the same thing's happening now, to where now Paul comes to Alola to challenge the champion, and that's Ash. That would be so cool. As for other rivals, though, a lot of people want to see Alon come back. I feel like Greninja is bound to come back at one point. So if Greninja comes back, they might as well bring Alon too. Maybe let them have their one more rematch. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to have the same impact, in my opinion. So other rivals, I'm not too sure. I mean, we could see Cameron, I guess. Lucario versus Lucario. That would be kind of nice. But if we were to have a Lucario showdown, I would honestly want it to be with Karina's. But I don't see that happening. I don't know. Well, Gladiol's already confirmed. That's one rival confirmed. So, other rivals, I really don't know. Maybe Richie might appear of all characters, because that would be pretty cool. The character that Ash lost to in his first league comes back and he wins against to get out of the hyperclass. That would be amazing. Now, on the topic of Sword and Shield characters and Pokemon, this is going to be interesting because we know Chairman Rose actually escaped. He's still out there somewhere. And I don't know if that's just the end of him, like maybe he's just on the run forever, or he's going to come back and do something. Because, you know, we have his brother in the post game, and I feel like they could really do something with Chairman Rose one more time, maybe one more arc. Now, I don't know what it would be. I don't see him doing a Eternatus again, because we already dealt with Eternatus. Maybe something related to Arceus. They could tie those two together, because, you know, there's Pokemon Legends Arceus, and Arceus has been having a big focus in the series with Rose. Maybe he's like, I want even greater power. Let's look for Arceus. That would be a great way to tie in Sinnoh and Sword and Shield together. Oh my goodness. I think it's far too late for Journeys to try to introduce the Galar rivals, as in BD, Hop, and Marnie, unless those are ironically going to be Ash's last 3 hyperclass battles. But, you know, they're not going to be able to build a rivalry, because we're already in the late 90s. If Journeys Season 3 is the last season, that's not going to be a good rivalry to be built up. So I could see them introducing some of the gym leaders like Nessa and Pierce, some of the fan favorites. That would be pretty cool. Maybe introduce a couple of the other ones, maybe for 1 or 2 episodes. But like for Nessa, for example, you know, Nessa plays a big role with Sonya and Leon. Like, they all traveled together and took this journey together. I thought Rayhan was the case too, but it seems like in Journeys, Rayhan and Leon are kind of just meeting, so they changed up their story a bit. But I would love to see all 4 of those characters interacting together, because in the games, it shows that they all were childhood friends and rivals and grew up together. That would be pretty cool. Project Mew is another thing we have to tackle. Now, a lot of people don't really know how many missions we're going to get. I can see them kind of doing similar to Pokemon Go, because in Pokemon Go, which this is actually based off of, you have to take on like 8 different missions before you can catch Mew. Actually, 7 you catch Mew, then the 8th one is like extra bonus stuff. So if this is the truth, then Go could possibly have to take on 7 missions altogether, which that could work, because it's not too many, it's not too little, before he gets to become a chaser and go to that island with Mew. Now, as for who else is going to be coming, I'm not too sure. They could bring back an old rival or companion to become a chaser as well, which would be pretty cool. We just got to wait and see on that, what they decide to do. But yeah, I definitely see them going to that island where Mew's located. And also, Mewtwo is another thing. They said that they were going to come back and battle Mewtwo once they get stronger. Ash now has Mega Lucario. Go has a Dynamax band. He just hasn't used it on Cinderace yet. I could see that final fight with Mewtwo coming later this year or next year. As for the Pokemon World Championship, this is going to be the most interesting thing to talk about, because we have silhouettes of possible trainers that Ash is going to be fighting, but we don't know who they're going to be. I feel like these silhouettes could even be placeholders. I thought he was going to be fighting Alistair, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm not too sure. It could be 3 rivals from Galar. It could be 3 of his old rivals, as they mentioned earlier. I honestly don't know who he's going to be fighting to get into the Masters 8. So I just hope that they actually do focus on Gengar getting the win. Dragonite's obviously going to get a win. Dragonite's going to get the Clash Breaker. He's going to be the one to get Ash into the Masters 8. And Dracovish actually getting his own win, because one thing I didn't like about Journeys is how they handled Ash's team. Like, yes, they finally started giving Ash's Pokemon arcs by episode 50 with Farfetch, but they wait so late to finally start developing them. I think they should have been developing since the beginning, so that we could have kind of had justification as to why Dragonite's so strong, how Dracovish was able to beat Iris's Pokemon like it did, and, you know, a couple other things. Like, Lucario and Pikachu definitely had the best development throughout the series, but the rest of the team, they've been slacking. Gengar's finally about to get some development, which is good. So I hope that Gengar actually gets a battle where he gets the Gigantamax and fight it off against one trainer. That's what I'm saying. It could be Pierce doesn't have Gigantamax. Could be Nessa. Who knows, honestly, who he's going to fight. I'm really interested to see, though, like, what they're going to do. But as for the Masters 8, I feel like Ash is going to be battling Cynthia, Rayhan, and Leon. As for Lance, Lance could be here to fight either Cynthia or Rayhan, because Lance versus Cynthia would be a good fight, because they've shown Cynthia she's in the Masters 8. They haven't really shown how she ranks up against the other champions, even though we knew from Sinnoh she was the best at the time. So I feel like Cynthia versus Lance being a fight that we can see just to show just how strong she is. She beats the number 2 strongest. Then for her to fight Ash in the top 4, then for Ash to fight Leon, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind Cynthia and Ash being the final fight, but with Leon being the main focus, he's going to be the final fight of the series. But they could do a plot twist on us. They could have Ash and Leon being the top 4, and then Cynthia making it to the finals. That would blow us away. But with that being said, Journeys Year 3 actually looks like it's going to be a pretty great year for the series. Year 1, I really enjoyed a lot in the beginning, up until episode like 25. And Year 2 was kind of hit or miss. They had a couple good episodes, but I really wasn't really feeling Year 2. But Year 3, I'm actually really excited for with all this content that we have to cover. And I just hope that they could cover it well within 1 year, because it's a lot of stuff that we got to do. But in the comment section down below, let me know what y'all most excited for. Who do y'all think will be appearing from Galar? Who do y'all think is returning? Let me know down below. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Treyman1. Oh, and we need a new opening. Peace out.